Good, how are you?
Hi.
Yay! Brilliant! I'm really pleased to have you both on. I was getting a bit worried there. I thought I was going to get KO'd by technology.
Yeah, no, don't get me started about technology these days.
Yeah. How are you both? Welcome to the show.
Oh, it's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, listen, welcome to the Gunman Insta Live. This is a platform that's been set up for exceptional fighters like yourselves to be able to come on and share your journey. Tonight, I'm very, very excited to have you both on because this is the first time I've ever had a husband and wife duo on the show. And I think most of us don't know many husband and wife duos. And so I think there's going to be a lot of interesting questions. And we really can't wait just to speak with you both. I mean, I've seen you both fight. You're both superb fighters. So welcome on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really happy to be here.
What's that?
Really happy to be here on your show.
Yeah, I'm even happier that you bought that belt because it looks really good.
I thought,
Yeah, it looks fantastic. Yeah, so I mean, I think when I first announced that you guys were coming on, one of the first comments was, "I wouldn't like to be a burglar burgling your house," which I thought was pretty amusing. And you probably get all the questions like, oh, what happens when the dishwasher's not done and the washing up's not done? Who wins? And there's that saying amongst men that there's one fight you can't win, and that's against the missus. So what I'd like to know is, where did you guys meet?
So we met in one of our old gyms. We started out back in 2020. No, it was 2019 actually, I think. Yeah. So it was a mixed martial arts gym. They did boxing, Muay Thai, everything basically. And during the time, I started boxing there from 2018, and then I met Jerina when she joined there in 2019. Was it, I think?
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah. And since then, we've just been close friends, and the rest is history, I guess. I think in 2020, we kind of got together after that.
Amazing.
Yeah, we actually I joined the MMA there with my coach Marvin, who we're both with right now. So he actually kind of nudged us together a bit.
Oh, really? So was the chemistry always there between you, or did it come a little bit later? That's a question to you, Begum Fighter.
Is that to me? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna split the question so you don't talk over each other. But yeah, was the chemistry always there, or did it just come? Did it come? Later.
I would say it was always there. Yeah, it was always there. It was hard to go against the chemistry.
Yeah, I mean, listen, look, I don't know if anyone's seen this guy with his top off. I mean, he's got abs upon abs. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? He's gonna woo you in no time with that body. So listen, have you ever sparred each other?
Yeah, many times.
Really?
I would say many times. Many times. even a couple of days ago, right, Jerina?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
How did it go, Jerina? Tell us how that spar went.
The sparring is good. It's I learn a lot from it. But actually, my first ever, I have to say this, Dylan. I'm sorry. The first ever lip shot that I got was from my husband, actually, in my last camp. So that's a funny one.
The first ever,
because
what? Sorry.
My first liver shot that I got a few months ago, and I dropped. I fell. I took the knee. And
that's absolute gold.
Yeah. He just went.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? So do you learn a lot from sparring each other, or do you find it quite awkward compared to sparring different people?
I think I learn a lot. I learn a lot from sparring with Dylan. Dylan has a lot of experience as well. He's been fighting a lot more than I have. So, I find it really educational in a sense, where I can do things, learn things off of him.
Yeah. Do you get nervous before each other's fights?
The question's still to me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
do you get nervous before Dylan's fights?
there are a little bit. I think because I'm in his corner, I feel the fight nerves, and because we're married, of course, we live together. I can feel everything that he's feeling, but I have full confidence in him, so it's not. I don't get nervous in that way. I just feel what he's feeling.
Yeah.
I'm very confident. Very confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And same question for you, Dylan. How's it? Are you nervous watching your wife, go to battle?
Do you know what? A lot of people would in that sort of position would probably say they feel nervous, of course, rightfully. I mean, sport of boxing can be hard and definitely like nerve-wracking, but I don't know, in her corner, no, I don't feel nervous at all. I think for me, I'm actually more excited than feeling nervous, because I know I see her in camp, in training, putting in the work, and she never slacks. So for me, when I see her go do her thing, I'm just hyped up, man. I'm just more excited. I think for me, I just have to always be on point with everything she's doing there. So I'm excited, but I'm also trying to keep my composure, so that way I can just see how she's doing, paying attention to her body language, things like that, just to make sure that she's at her right performance.
Yeah, that's amazing. Listen, guys, anyone who's in the chat, please throw your questions in. I've always got loads of questions. So please feel free to ask the Steadley duo any questions that you would like, and I will read them out. If you're not following me, follow me. I'm going to be delivering interviews with great people like these two. And the whole idea is to give fighters the opportunity to be able to build their profile and share their journey with the fight fans. Because at the end of the day, we only see you guys. I've only ever seen Begum fighter in the ring fighting. You don't see the training. You don't see the good days, the bad days, the times when you're bruised, you're hurt, you're sore. So let's get some questions from the fans. So we've got a couple of questions firing in. There we go. There we go. That's helped. So are all your training sessions together, or do you train separately? That's from Connor Gilly, a very, very beautiful technician himself.
Pretty much all our training sessions are together, because we're from the same team. I mean, we both started out at the beginning with we were both through the same gym. We've always had kind of the same team and the same coaches and stuff, but at the moment, we're pretty much in the same gym with the same team. Our team is Rebel MMA. They're a fighting team full of fighters, and also they work inside Yorkies as well. And so we're pretty much training together. Our coach is the same, Marvin Egan. So we're just training.
I know Marvin. I know of Marvin. I've met him a few times. Yeah, that's a good team then. So it's an MMA setup then.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of boxers in the team as well. Quite some good solid boxers. But then we've got a mix of guys who've done kickboxing as well, and also guys who've done who are mixed martial arts fighters as well. So it's a solid team. We've got a few of us who are quite active, and then some who are just freakish athletes.
Yeah. Another superb question. So keep those questions coming in then, supporters, because that's brilliant. This one's excellent from Chris AJH. When will you guys be fighting on the same event?
Hey, Chris. So Chris is amateur. He's an amateur MMA fighter from our team. So big him up. And
big up, Chris. Big up to yourself. Great question.
So we're hopefully, I think I've had a matchup today actually to fight on the same night as Dylan.
Oh really?
On March the 9th.
Oh really? Oh beautiful.
Yes. So first time going into the ring together, fighting on the same night as a married couple. So
wow.
Looking forward to it.
Oh, that's amazing. Do you know what? I was actually going to ask, have you been in camp together? So you just completely ruined my next question. But But that is interesting. So you're deep in camp, March 9th. So you've only got just under 5 weeks. Is that if my maths is right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
About,
just under 5 weeks. Yeah.
yeah. So oh wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So you're training together, literally doing runs together and stuff. Are you?
We do things like runs and other smaller things that we do individually, separate. We do those things separately. But when it comes to like sparring or drills or things with the team, we do all of that together.
That's amazing. I'll tell you what, guys, I would hate to see your laundry basket.
Oh, don't get
Right, but so when I was training for fights, my clothes could just they could do the hill sprints for me. You know what I mean? They were walking and talking. You know, I just would run out of kit, and some of it left in my bag and all sorts. But yeah, I feel for your laundry basket because, as you know, when you're boxing, you're just going through kit. You know, sometimes you train twice a day, sometimes, or every day, and you're just running out of laundry. The wash basket has got to be carnage, Conor Gilly. That's unreal. So, do you talk game plans together and study opponents?
Yeah, we do actually. Yeah, we basically watch fights. Sometimes when we watch our opponents, we kind of go over certain things together, and we talk over it. I mean, obviously, we have so many other things in common, both me and Jerina, outside of boxing, of course. But other than that, we do talk a lot about fights because obviously that's what got us together in the first place.
Dylan, you sound like you've got the perfect wife.
I do.
That's every man's dream.
Trust me,
I'm the lucky one, honestly. I'm shooting the buff myself.
That's absolutely brilliant. Sorry, I'm going to fire through some of these other questions because I don't want to miss anyone out. So I don't want to cut you off either, but I've got to keep moving through. So yeah, don't get it twisted, peeps. Love that username. Very good. What's in the pipeline for 2024? That was one of my questions as well. What are you not doing to me? Yeah, so what is in the pipeline for 2024? Great questions. Don't get it twisted, peeps. What's in the pipeline? Let's go with Dylan for this one.
I would say just carrying on getting more experience of fights, and obviously, inshallah, still defending my title, and same with Jerina as well.
Oh, there it is. Beautiful. Get them out,
yeah. Carry on just getting on with the fights, and then maybe, inshallah, probably, if we can, one of us aiming for pro soon. That's definitely the aim, but just get as many fights experience as we can this year as well.
How many times can we expect to see you out this year, Dylan?
As many times as I can. Maybe at least 4 or 5 fights would be good, if possible.
Begum fighter. So you've obviously got Strap City going on over at your place. There's more belts than there is CDs in the background behind Dylan. So who has the mantelpiece? Who owns the mantelpiece? Do the belts sit with each other? Or do you have to say, no, mine are here, and sorry, mate, you won yours after me, so you're going to have to put yours on the stairs?
So, I keep them both together. They normally hang just behind me, around where the clock is. There. Yeah, so both of us just hang there together,
Yeah. And I've seen the way both of you two fight, so I think you might need to get a DIY man in and get some more shelves up.
Maybe. Yeah, I think that's the
you could do that.
It needs some more space, you two, for more belts. I think the way you two fight.
Definitely.
100%.
Yeah.
Going to the question that I asked before, the original plan was I was actually hoping to fight on the DKM show on the 9th of February, both of us, because it's married at first sight, and because it was a married couple, I thought it would make sense, but that didn't go to plan. But hopefully, maybe the next one that they have, the rematch or something like that, I'd love to be on that show.
Yeah, how come you didn't get on it? Was it too short, too quick, too short notice, or?
No, it wasn't. I think there wasn't a problem from our end, but I think it just got very busy for maybe the promotion
Yeah, I think that's
find opponents.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing with fighters is now that fighters are jumping around platforms, and I don't think promoters really mind, because I've interviewed promoters on here, and they can't keep fighters exclusively. I think they have accepted that they can't keep fighters exclusively because they don't run enough shows for some of these kids who have been really active. You're seeing people fighting every few weeks sometimes, and they don't have enough shows. So yeah, we're seeing a lot of fighters crossing over platforms and moving around, but I think it's all good for the sport, for the fighters to stay active. And I don't think there's like sort of much the promoters can do about keeping a fighter just to themselves anyway. So at our level, at this level. So yeah, I mean, obviously it'd be good to see you back. Because I commentate on DKM, so I'm a little always like I want to see you fight on there because I get to commentate on your fight. So yeah, hopefully I get to see you guys back, both of you back on. And you guys have got some good matchups actually that you guys could be involved in as well. You've both got some good fighters in your sort of weight classes that I'd love to see personally. Would you train your kids to fight?
Definitely, 100%. Definitely. At least, I think from a point of view in terms of self-defense, yes, I would. I would definitely like them to at least have some knowledge in just martial arts, because I think it's not just, we all know it's good for self-defense, but I think it's even better in terms of bringing out confidence and learning more about yourself. I mean, it's definitely changed my life around for the better, and I don't see why our future kids, inshallah, shouldn't.
Yeah. What about you, Begum fighter? So I always have to call you Begum fighter because that's how I know you as Begum. Yeah. So there's a thing, right? Because I do the commentary, I always use your surname.
Yeah. I
always think commentary sounds better if you're using someone's surname. So I was Bishop's pressing forward. It's not the same as Dylan's coming up with a jab, and So I always know you by your surname. So I call so you'll have to excuse me.
I totally agree.
You'll have to.
I think we're both so passionate about fighting in general that I'm trying to get my little cousins to learn, and they're so athletic, so I'm trying to get her to learn. And inshallah, when we have kids, then I definitely want them to learn, want them to be able to deal with difficult situations in the correct way.
Would you want them to actually fight though?
If they want to do that, then yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Because that you get through fighting, it makes you stay away from certain situations as well, fighting. So it's very important.
Yeah. Well, do you know what I said to someone the other day? It's just as important as learning to swim. People will be like, right, my kids got to have swimming lessons, but they won't teach their kids self-defense. And it's like, well, that's crazy to me. I think it's a survival instinct is to learn how to. You get discipline, you get confidence. You get mental health benefits, physical benefits. Patience is probably one of the biggest thing I learned when I was fighting. That when someone frustrates you on the street or whatever, just to be patient. You don't need to run in and go and sort things out because you've got that peace of mind in yourself that against an untrained guy, it's not going to be something that you want to be getting involved in. If you see what I mean. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. There's so much more benefits to fighting than a lot of people understand. And you guys are both in camp now, so you must be feeling great. You're probably eating well, you're eating clean, you're training hard. You must be feeling $1 million, right?
Definitely, 100%. I mean, yeah. I think fight camp is just one of the times. I think the only times where I feel like I'm switched on and it keeps me distracted away from any other sort of obstacles in life that will naturally come. But it's something. I think it's something that definitely puts me in a state of mind where I can just put myself in a situation where if I'm if I'm dealing with the worst, then I have that to go to in a sense. But I think it keeps me grounded most importantly.
Yeah, absolutely. So Rubena says, that's my niece.
Yeah, that's my auntie.
Yes, Rubena. Thank you for coming on the show and supporting these people. They're both amazing. What else have we got here? Roberta, trust me, the laundry basket is. Oh, a little bit behind, sorry, but we could catch up. They're both just made for each other, and honestly, you're both a perfect match, to be honest with you. My favourite couple fighter, Alia. Have you got any advice for anyone looking to start a combat sport? This is another one from Chris AJH. Any advice for anyone getting started? Who wants to answer that one? Do you want to take that one, Begum? Let's give it to Begum.
I'll give that one to her, yeah.
Yeah, give it to her. Any advice for anyone starting, Begum?
I would say if you have any thoughts of wanting to start training, or just for training, fitness, or even fighting, you should just start. You should just come to class and go from there, and just be consistent. As long as you're consistent, then okay.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely, that's spot on. And we've got breakup divorce coach. Hopefully they won't be needing you. She's saying, how do you keep consistent mindset and focus? How do you keep your mindset and focus consistent? I think she's asking. That's a tricky one, isn't it? I'll let Dylan answer that.
Yeah,
you can answer that one, Dylan. How do you keep focus? And
I think there's going to be times where the consistency might throw a little bit, because you're gonna have your days where you don't feel as motivated, or you just feel tired and stuff, and the consistency, it just comes with discipline, really. I think if you give yourself a goal or a reason to just keep the consistency going, then you won't really have a reason to stop. I think you just need to see, in a way, why you're training. Always ask yourself why, and always go back to that root. What started you off from the beginning? I know for me, I don't see what else I could be doing without training all this sport. I think it just makes me better overall. Of course, first God, but then this is kind of like this is kind of my full thing. This is kind of my 9 to 5.
Yeah, actually, religion's a big part of, your faith is a big part of keeping yourselves mentally strong. How much does recovery come into it for you guys? Do you guys go for spar weekends, or have ice baths, or do any focus on recovery together?
I'll let Jerina answer that.
Begum fighter, this one's for you.
So recovery. I follow what Dylan does in everything. So if he's doing something, then I'll have to do it as well. Otherwise, I'm slacking.
Yeah.
So Dylan normally takes like ice baths sometimes, and he takes that before training. So I've done that a couple of times, not as consistent because it's just torture. Those ice baths, being in there for like 10 minutes, is just absolute torture.
Have you done one before, Begum fighter?
I have.
Have you? I've never done one, and I've got no interest in ever doing.
You should do it. Trust me, mate. You're missing out.
Mate, I've got Caribbean blood. You won't catch me in minus nothing. You know what I mean?
Oh, bro, same here. I take it, but I hate it.
Yeah, mate. There's none of that behaviour going on in the gunman household. No chance. Absolutely no chance at all. We've got another question again. How are you finding keeping up with your strict diet? I'm going to ask this again to Begum fighter. So in terms of your strict diet, are you both cooking and eating the same diet to cut your weights and stuff like that?
Yeah, so we do eat normally the same foods all the time. We're actually a bit more luckier than other people in a sense, because we live with my mother and she makes food for us, which is very healthy, and which is very healthy. So we're very blessed that way, where we can eat food and get food, and good foods for us. So we normally have a very clean diet in general. But
that's great.
It gets even more cleaner.
Yeah. So big up to your mum first and foremost. She is the fight chef, putting the fuel in these two athletes. so that they can go out and kick some ass on the weekends. So big up to her. That bless up. Great respect for that. That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. And we got on here. Look, what's your favourite big meal after a fight? The Bionic Boxing Barber. What's your favourite? Your big cheat meal as soon as you've had a fight? Do you go to McDonald's or I don't know KFC or something and just pig out, or do you stay on path?
Dylan, I'll let you answer this one.
Oh boy, I knew that was coming. Right. If I'm being honest, I think the first thing I crave is just a good burger, man. A good burger. So anywhere that has chips and burgers, I'm good with. As long as it's like rated a decent place with food.
Yeah. So does it have to be any specific burger? Burger King, Matthew D's Burger, Five Guys. Have you got a niche?
Oh, do you know what you can't be like a good place, a good kebab place that do burgers, or even a place that does like falafel wraps, or even
because we
don't
eat meat. So.
Oh, you don't eat meat at all?
No, we don't.
Oh, okay. So you just go for a veggie burger.
Go for a
yeah.
Sunny Boy Phillips 96 pizza. Bianca Supple pizza. So someone seems to know what your cheat meal is by the sounds of it. But...
Dylan has another one as well, actually. The Krispy Kreme donuts. He gets dozen, and he eats that in like three hours tops. It's all gone. I asked him, can you please leave me one donut, please, when I wake up? No, it's all gone.
That's an absolute, but that's a winner, though. You know, the thing is, you can't just have one of them. You got to end up having a load of them. So listen, it's quiz time now. So I want to know how much you guys know about each other. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, I've asked both of you some questions before this interview, and I'm going to ask each of you to give the answer for the other person. So, for example, let's get started. So, Begum, who is Dylan's? You're not sitting next to each other, right? No. Who is Dylan? No cheating. No cheating. Who is Dylan's favourite fighter?
Mike Tyson.
Ding, correct. Well done.
Muhammad Ali as well.
Ding, correct. I gave both of those. All right, I expect you to get that one. Right then, Dylan, let's see what you know about your missus. Dab or uppercut? What did she answer?
No, jab.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a jab.
Ding, correct. God, you two. Very good. She said her actual response was jab, jab, jab. So you can tell she knows her boxing. Okay, let's get on to the next one then. All right then, Begum Fighter. What is Dylan's favourite meal during camp?
Maybe I know. Yeah, okay. I think it's tomato curry, tomato shiraza mate.
Yes, spot on. That's unbelievable. Well done. That's unbelievable. Yeah, that's exactly what he answered. The tomato curry from his mother-in-law. Yeah. Brilliant. Bang. All right then. Dylan, what is Begum Fighter's favourite part of training?
Oh, right. A favourite part of training. Do you know? That's a good one. That's a good one, actually.
What do you like doing most?
I think I would have to say I think technical sparring, because she's someone who's just, her brain works like chess, so I'm just gonna say technical sparring.
Oh man, you two are just insane. Correct answer.
oh man,
that
okay.
Is unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
I definitely wasn't gonna say sprints, because she doesn't enjoy that.
I mean, no one likes sprints, so there was never a chance of that. Favorite punch. Begum fighter. What's Dylan's favourite punch?
Ooh, I would say straight right.
This is insane. You got the answers down there, haven't you? You can't cheat, you guys.
We're not in the
That's
same room.
brilliant. Yeah, that's exactly what he said. Straight right. That's exactly what he said. So far, you've got everything right. That's incredible. I reckon you guys must have conferred before this. All right, okay. So, Dylan, Begum's favourite drink, protein shake or water?
Oh, easy one, water.
Ah, God, I didn't ask enough questions. All right, okay, Begum fighter. Last one now. What colour are your husband's gloves?
White and gold.
Yeah, bang, 100% you two. Amazing, well done. Honestly, that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. Bless you both. That's unbelievable. Yeah, I probably got that completely. You saved yourself getting your ass kicked there, Dylan. Did you get one wrong? You would have been in trouble.
I was actually afraid of that. I'm not gonna lie.
He was a bit tight on the training one, but yeah, I mean, obviously you know each other inside out. That's amazing. No, thanks a lot for participating in that. So what I wanted to ask quickly, just one question to you each before I let you go, and then we're going to just do a final sort of message. So, Begum fighter, who would you like to fight this year? Is there anyone that you would like to call out, or anyone that you'd like a title that you'd like to go for?
This year, there's not anyone specific that I'd like to call out. I would just like to get fights in. I'd like to defend my belt. I'd like to get a few fights in this year.
Yeah.
And that's the plan. So hopefully I can be like I said earlier, my plan is to go on the Married at First Sight show if it's possible with Dylan. I think that would be great. That's it.
Yeah. A fight at the O2. Well, fight at the O2. I think your last fight was at, correct me if I'm wrong, it was in Kingston, wasn't it?
But yeah, my hometown, yeah.
Oh, right. Is that? Yeah, it's a good fight. That really good fight from you, by the way.
Thank you.
Because it was a difficult assignment. Like, I mean, as in the girl was game. What was the other girl's name again? Sorry, just remind me. I was commentating on it, but I just can't think. Yes, she was game.
Yeah, she was a very good boxer.
Yeah, she was game. Yeah, she was game. Yeah, I was commentating on that fight. Yeah, it was a really good fight. He did. I think he won it clear. It wasn't. I don't think it was too close. But I think she gave you a fight for sure. Yeah. You had your few shaky moments, didn't you?
Yeah.
Talk us through that fight quickly.
Yeah, the fight was a good fight. I think I was put under the spotlight when Danny promoter came and he said, "Do you want the titles vacant? So do you want to go for it?" And both Emily and I both said yeah. So the nerves went up a little bit after that. But the fight itself, it was very. I really enjoyed the fight. It was very good. My opponent was really well. She had very good. She was from a very good gym. So
yeah, she just tried to maul you, if I remember correctly. Because I've watched so many fights, but I can remember, I seem to remember she was trying to maul, like just literally just maul you, wasn't she?
Yeah, there was one point in round 2.
Round 2, yeah. But she was just trying to get inside and make it, just basically just make it scrappy and but that's where she was having success, or any kind of success, in fairness. But yeah, she made it a little bit. That was it. In round 2, it got a little bit difficult, but you handled the pressure really well, and you came out shining like a diamond. And listen, I can't wait to see you back in the ring again. It was a really good performance, and you lifted that strap. It was brilliant. It was really good effort. And Dylan, who would you like to fight in 2024? Is there anyone in particular?
Do you know what? I'm happy fighting anyone really. I think every opponent is a different experience. But there's there's been loads of talks about like people on the show like that. DKM has some very good wide range of boxers, especially in the light heavyweight scene. So I'm up for anyone really.
I was glad you was a division above me.
No, you're starting boxing yourself, man. No, I'm not even gonna go there.
I was glad you was a division above me, mate. That's all I can say. But yeah, that division's tough, isn't it? You've got some. I mean, I think I'd love to see. I think the fans would love to see you in with Slick Rick or Maximilian. I don't know if you know. Well, you know Slick Rick. You was back with him. Yeah, I think the fans would like to see that happen. And I've told you this before, and I'll tell you this again. That when that matchup was made with Slick Rick, I remember going, "Oh, look at that! It's a great fight." And I get the card where I'm going to commentate on, and that was the fight. I was like, "Oh yes!" I was like, "Oh yes, that's a cracker." And then it didn't happen. It punctured expectations. I think everyone felt a bit like that. So we'd love to see that happen. But there's loads of fights for you. And I'm going to say this again as well. Your last fight, I thought you boxed superbly. I haven't watched the whole fight, but from what I've seen of it, I've never seen you express yourself so much. I know I've said this to you before, but I want to say this on this interview. Whilst we're on here with Begum fighter, that I've never seen you just got in your flow. You look like you was enjoying shit out there. You know what I mean? I've never seen you like that before, and I really hope I see more of that. Do you see it the same? You just enjoying yourself, weren't you?
Yeah. Do you know what? It was. I think it was one of those fights where it got technical. But I think maybe even especially after round one, I kind of knew where I was between me and my opponent. Respects to Jacob, that guy had a chin and he can box pretty well. But I think it was just from me. I just knew I wanted it more, and by the time I set my rhythm, but also found my stride. I just had full confidence in what I was doing. The game plan that me and my coach and Jerina, of course, we've been working on through that camp before. Yeah. It all paid off. It all went out exactly how we predicted it. So
yeah,
I think once it just made sense to me, especially through drilling everything we were planning for this fight, I felt like I was just in my zone, really.
Yeah, that's the word. You was in your zone. I've got to say, I think I've seen your last sort of two fights like quite intensely. I mean, as I said, I didn't see the whole of your last fight, but I'd say there was a big development in that. You're like real huge improvements in each fight you're having at the moment. Actually, when I think back to your fight before that, so your last three fights, the improvements are just beautiful, and your head movement's really coming along nicely now. You're not getting hit as much. And you're getting in that lovely flow. So the woman behind the man has obviously got a big part to play in that as well. So Begum, between you, team Bishops, I've got to say your performances last year, both of you, superb. And even the fight that you lost, Dylan, I actually at the time, because I don't score it, but I score it. You know what I mean? I'm not the judge. I'm a commentator, but I actually had you winning. So, but my card don't count, does it? But I actually thought you nicked it. So, but it was tight. And that guy's a really good fighter, by the way. So don't get me wrong. I'm not giving him any injustice. It was a really tight fight, and he's really good. But that was Matt De Silva, wasn't it? Was it Matt De Silva?
Yeah, Matt De Silva, yeah. Big respects to him. We've actually spoke after the fight and stuff, and it was a very close fight. I would say it was very close. We both were on each other from round 1 to 4. It definitely seemed like there was some controversy. I'll say that between a lot of people, and it was a weird one, but these things do happen in boxing, so I wasn't too surprised. I wasn't completely bummed out about the decision. Really, I was just more trying to focus on what could I've done better myself, and how can I improve that for the next one. And yeah, I always try to be honest and look at what I could have done better, because at the end of the day, you either win or you learn. Really, I don't
it was
believe
tight.
I don't believe losses mean you fail or or that's it for your career. Like a lot of people, especially old-fashioned boxers from back in the day, would look at losses as, oh, that's it, your career's finished. But it's like if you don't learn to lose, you're never going to develop or build yourself up as a fighter. I think losing's sometimes quite an important part of your journey. If I haven't lost, then I wouldn't be where I'm at now. And I know quite a very good few talented boxers, even fighters out there who've lost. And they've excelled because of it.
Yeah, that's a beautiful mindset. Because I used to, if I ever lost, I'd be blaming everyone.
I don't really want. I have moments where I'm angry, but at the same time, it comes with the sport. So you just got to learn to live with it and move on.
Yeah, absolutely. So, question for you, Begum Fire, to wrap this up: have you got a message for Dylan's opponents in 2024?
Boy.
I would just say there's going to be bombs on that fight. There's going to be lots of bombs, and just to stay prepared. That's all I'm going to say. I'm very much looking forward to Dylan's fight that night. It's definitely going to be the fight of the night.
Brilliant, beautiful, lovely. I couldn't have said it better myself. And Dylan, just to wrap it up, what would you say to any girls that are going to take on your wife this year in the ring? What message would you have for them?
I would, do you know what? All respects to them, but just train hard. She takes the sport seriously. So yeah, I would just say train hard. Definitely don't slack off and give her a fight, because she needs the experience, and she appreciates having another good fighter herself that she can bounce off in that sense of improving herself too. So yeah, but same with me. I'm just looking forward to her fight as well. She's an entertaining fighter, and the way her brain works is mad. The way she picks shots is just crazy. A lot of people who know her fighting as well, she's got a bright future in the sport. So I'm just looking forward to seeing where she heads forwards this year and even the next, inshallah.
Yeah, they're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Listen, I want to say that you're both brilliant fighters, and I feel really proud having you both on. You know, I'm watching now, and I'm really proud to have you both on the show. Like, I'm welling up with pride to see you both, you know, doing so well and coming on and sharing your experience. I'd also like to say a huge big up to Yorkies and Marvin and the team over there. I've done 7 fight camps, I think, at Yorkies. I think I've done 7 fight camps at Yorkies.
I remember seeing you at one of them. Yeah.
Well, I used to only go Sundays, but I that's where I used to do a lot of my sparring. So I've got, whilst I'm not a Yorkie, if you know what I mean, as I'm not like a full-blown Yorkie, I've got a lot of fondness for that, the team, the gym. I absolutely loved it, you know, like going there for years, for about 3-4 years, every Sunday, most Sundays. And I'm really fond of it. And I'm really fond of both of you two. And I've really connected really well with you guys. And I really look forward to seeing you both fight this year. So thanks so much for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure. And I hope I can have you both back on, maybe even separately next time before your big fights. Well, actually, you'll be on the same show. But I'd love to have you guys on again. And we'll be following your story. So thank you so much for coming on, and have a fantastic evening.
Oh, no, the pleasure's all ours. Thank you for having us.
Oh, mate, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Enjoy yourselves. Best of luck for your fight. Keep the strap season coming, and get yourselves a new mantelpiece.
Thanks.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.